Yu-Gi-Oh! Which Yu-Gi-Oh! Game should I put on the soundtrack for? I want to do the Dungeon Dice Monsters OST. That one was pretty good.
For the finale episode, you're going to play the music from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, right?
Which one?
The first one, the one they released in American theaters, with like the special Blue Eyes White Dragon card.
Oh, Blue Eyes Shine. Was it Shining Blue Eyes White Dragon or Blue Eyes Shining Dragon?
I think. I mean, I couldn't tell you. The first one sounded more right to me.
Yeah, Shining Blue Eyes White Dragon. No, it is. No, it's Blue Eyes Shining Dragon. The second one was right. But when I was searching Shining Blue Eyes Dragon or whatever, it did bring up the auto complete on Google for it.
Thank you, Google.
God, looking at Blue Eyes Shining Dragon now, I can't believe the movie was like, yeah, this card could beat the Egyptian god cards. It has like a weaker Buster Blader effect, and also it's like it's like hexproof basically. It can't be targeted with effects.
And that's it?
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
powerful. Not being able to
I mean, it's good,
attack.
but like, I don't know, Egyptian god cards, they can still attack it and
I
kill
mean,
it.
yeah,
I
that's...
was gonna say, if you don't, their effects won't work on it, so...
Well, I mean, they still have big attack pools. They can still beat her it.
Yeah, like... Super Mega Ultra Chicken is like a gangbuster of a card. To my memory, at least.
Episode where he does it, it like makes sense. And he does like something to make it work.
He does something, yeah. I can't really remember exactly how the duel in that movie goes. I have not been watching as much Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore. I got fed up, so I haven't gone back and watched it since that episode with My Valentine that pissed me off. Anyway, is everybody ready to get started, or at least ready to like sort of get in the zone?
Cool. I'm ready.
Because I know June said she went to go get dice. Is she back?
I have dice and I have water, so
Cool.
I'm ready.
Let me turn June up a little bit.
Behind you.
Checking everyone's levels. All right. So last week we had Alice and also I need to open character keeper. I just realized we had Alice and Yosef go up against Victor Amar and Cassili Theodora, and both of our players came out on top. And I can't find. Oh yeah, character keeper. It's in the other channel. And that means now that Alice and Yosef are in the finals, but we still have two more opponents to go up against before we can see for certain who's gonna be the action. I guess, does the fight that's gonna be against? I'm trying to remember how tournaments work. I guess that would be semifinals when it would be the 4 people left, and finals is when it's just the 2 people left. So I guess right
that
now
sounds right.
we're the semifinals. So to get to the semifinals, we gotta eliminate two more contestants. And in this flowering field where our little folding card tables are set up, we can still see Tiffany Albright, the feisty, red-haired, left-hand society member whose eidolon is Tour Guide from the Underworld, and of course the posh, well-dressed, slimy, skeezy Ronaldo Gaspar with his with the little black flower on his lapel.
Can you just remind me? We are like there's a big field of flowers in between two fold-out tables that we each sit at.
Or well, the field of flowers is very big. It very much encompasses the entire dual space you're going to be playing in. Basically, like, it's almost sort of hard to see them because of how, like, wild these flowers have grown. But, like, if you sort of, like, walk over, you can see, like, oh, there's a table here amongst the flowers, and you sit there, and a couple feet away, someone is sitting at another table fighting against you. So I believe how we set it up, if we're still willing to go with this, Ronaldo Gaspar, Tiffany Albright eagerly sit at their own tables, not intending to face each other. Obviously, they're waiting for their opponents. And I believe we said that against Tiffany Albright, we would have a sort of rematch, not in the form of a 2v2 like last time, but now Natalie will go to sit at the table opposite from Tiffany.
Yep, and April's going to sit opposite Ronaldo.
Yep. How do you describe how April moves to this table and gets set up? Like, what's her?
She probably, like, as soon as she sees Ronaldo choosing a seat, she's going to bolt for the opposite one. Like, she wants to be the one to kick this guy's ass.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And she's going to, like, she's leaving her her racket bag behind and is just carrying Mirror Force with her over the over to the table.
Cool. I think Ronaldo is definitely sort of keeping like the sort of like the clean expression. Like he seems content with this. Like he wasn't expecting anyone else in particular to come fight him. It sort of just seems like he's reveling in the show. Like he is happy to have an opponent, and I can't remember how much interaction you personally have had with Ronaldo.
So I remember, other than getting our idol on originally, there was the session where where Victor got his idol on, and I threatened Ronaldo into like trying to back off to like hopefully reduce the maze swallowing the ship we were on.
So yeah, Ronaldo has like been pretty secretive these last couple weeks. Or week? I guess it's probably just been a week. And he seems like he's very content to have been the secret playmaker in the background. Like, he has this look on his face like everything's coming together.
You and your left hands?
I'm trying to think how he'd respond to I'm assuming he probably has something very gauche and ridiculous to say about that, like, all is within the grasp of the left-hand society. Oh, young April, you will see the greatness of our ideals come to fruition soon enough.
Take down that asshole, April!
All you have to do now is lay down your cards and die with some dignity.
I'm not gonna let you destroy the world or whatever you're planning to do.
This machine is already in motion and you cannot stop it. I only have now to play my part.
We'll see about that.
Alright, I'm looking for documents with rules in them. There we go. Alright, Natalie, how do you greet Tiffany? Tiffany actually seems like she has has broken away from Ronaldo's sense of intimidation and coldness. Tiffany actually sort of like, when she sees you sit across from her, like after April books it to fight Ronaldo, and you sort of, I guess, probably...
As I walked up to the chair, I gingerly put my body pillow next to me down, and then get my cards out.
I think Tiffany actually sort of like waves at you like, "Oh hey kid, you been doing good in this tournament?"
Well, I haven't been eliminated yet, at least.
That's the most important part, you know? It's all about survival. You do it however you gotta. But anyway, now I do gotta eliminate you.
Well, maybe I'll eliminate you. Take that.
That's good. I like this. I like this kid. She's sweet.
I beat you last time.
Well, last time I sort of had a, you know, I was playing with a buddy, and humanoid slime's great. I'm not gonna disparage them, but sometimes, if the bird's gonna catch her prey, she's gotta fly free. And then,
Well, are you gonna talk nonsense, or are you gonna duel?
I'm gonna start dueling, and everybody places their cards on the deck in whatever cool motion would most befit them, and we're going to do our what do we call it again?
It's time to duel.
Time to duel.
So you just roll.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Whatever.
roll 2d6, and you can either add Biz or Gen. Where is that at on here?
Nice. I got 13.
Appropriately, I think I got 6.
Oh no.
Oh, here it is. There should be some space here. Gotcha. Alright, so that means on a 6, that just means you don't get to choose any of the setup things. And then
I think that April is immediately put on the back foot in this match. Just like comes up with nothing in her hand that could be useful.
Yeah. Also, everybody will have. So April will start with 3/3 for life points and deck points.
Mhm.
And now, Natalie, you get to choose 2 between. You get one of your best cards out on the field. You quickly prepare a solid defense. You get a shuffle point, or you get to gain a hold to prevent someone from cheating on you.
I'm going to get a buddy card.
All right.
Which is my Squirrel Knight, Hero of the Forest.
I remember this now. Yeah.
And I'm going to also get a shuffle point.
All right. So yeah, mulligan for a good hand. You got a Squirrel Knight out there. Now let me set up how Ronaldo and Tiffany are playing. Wow, this PDF is like really zoomed in by default. That's inconvenient. Page 4? There we go, that's better. Alright. So, I guess we'll start off with Tiffany. I think Tiffany gets like some she sets down some spell cards, which seem to be like she's ready to like power something up, and then she pulls a card out from her hand and she says, "All right, sightseeing orc, let's go." And from the projection of this card comes like a big, tough, muscular gray orc with big tusks who has like a big camera in their hands and like a little touristy cap on, and the orc starts taking pictures of the Squirrel Knight. Like they're like just really interested in this.
Squirrel Knight looks like he's very proud of himself. Like he's like, oh yeah, look at me, get my good side.
Ronaldo opens up the field immediately by I guess like, since Ronaldo has a magic deck, and the first turn of magic is boring, so we're gonna assume there are a couple boring turns between you two first, and then Ronaldo starts to get out on the field cards that are like Obsidian Flower, Azure Lotus, stuff like that. Those like crappy little artifacts in Magic that give you more mana of various colors.
Oh,
And-
the ones that are super rare and like valuable?
Yeah, they're really valuable. They're not exciting, but they're really good. And you notice that as Ronaldo is like playing these multicolored flower cards, the way they're appearing on the field is that various wildflowers that were nearby are all of a sudden changing from like these sort of white daisy looking flowers into the flowers that Ronaldo is playing. And I actually have to make sure I remember some of these cards because it's been a little bit since I wrote this down. And Ronaldo uses this variety of different resources he's pulled together to play a magic card that comes up as like this big hulking alligator guy with a spear that trails multicolored light off of it. And he's like,
Ooh.
I summon my Glory Scale Viashino, which is going to get even more powerful every time I play one of my signature multicolored spells. So, look out for that. Alright, and now we get into duel moves. Who would like to go first?
Do you have an idea what you want to do?
You can go first. I'm just saying. I forgot to set up my life points. I'm just doing that now. And in my shuffle point, I have 1 point. But if you go
No
first,
problem.
that's fine.
I have an idea what I want to do. This is, I think that we can see April just kind of struggling internally as she looks at her hand, and it's just like, looks at the deck, just like, about to draw her next card, and it's just like, I've gotten this far without, like, without any cheating, but I think I'm going to have to, break some rules to get through here, and is going to try to slip a card in to that she's going to draw first. Like she's going to cheat like her life depends on it.
Gotcha.
At a 12.
Really? Dang. Alright. So that means
I can
choose a dual move as if you had rolled a 7, and then choose 2 of the following.
Yep, I'm going to choose fetch. Because she's going to summon a buddy and gain a shuffle point.
Alright.
So I'm gonna say, okay, so I want to say that no one finds out I cheated, and my opponent does not use this as an opportunity to cheat, but who would like to help me cheat with this? Hold on, do we want to set this up as, maybe, Yosef, seeing that I'm struggling, and then we just, like, look at each other and make a plan together?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
because this is gonna mean that your cheating is a little complicated. So yeah.
How does Yosef help me with this, like, getting me the cards I need?
Oh my god. How far back are we watching this, the semifinals?
I'm gonna say you're probably standing like 10 or 15 feet back, but I want to slip a little something for y'all here. As Yosef's like witnessing that April is struggling, he's just like, dang, I really wish I could help out, but how do I do that? And you just like, as you're thinking, you hear the munching of grass, and you look over, and a white goat is eating some grass next to you.
Hey, goat,
Oh, what's that goat?
can you help me cheat? Or are you that kind of goat? Are you a cheating kind of goat?
The only way to play fairly is to play with all tools at one's disposal.
Uh-huh.
You hear in your mind. No one else hears this.
Okay, that makes sense to me. What if someone loans you some of their tools? Do they become your tools in this philosophical context?
You hear in your mind, like, technically I now own your soul, so all tools of yours are tools of mine.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. Can you help me cheat then?
Nate, my intention is to help you win in all matters.
Okay, well, if April loses, that would be like if I lost. So I'm gonna feed you this card, and I'm gonna, and you're gonna bid it up into April's hand for her, okay?
Okay, yeah. You feed the goat. You put the card out to the goat, and the goat eats it. And then all of a sudden, April, you sort of notice like the card you're about to draw. Like, I'm trying to even think of like this is hardly even your action anymore. But there's
No, I think
like,
that it should probably be like maybe my empty hand. Like, should it go into my hand before I even get to draw?
I think what it should be is like I think you see like this crumpled card appearing and then uncrumpling slowly with each bite this goat takes, and you have the opportunity to take it without being noticed.
Okay, I'm going to, I guess, accept this dark gift.
And that's your fetch card.
Welcome.
And that's my buddy card. What buddy did you give me?
Mechagodzilla.
Hell yeah!
Do you want to tennis up Mechagodzilla at all?
Oh yeah.
How
I
do you tennis up
No,
Godzilla?
April, you should tennis up Mechagodzilla.
Let's see. I'll think about it. But for right now, I'm summoning Mechagodzilla tennis
I can
form.
absolutely see a tennis player with you, like serving cards onto the board, like just like smacking a card down. It goes face down. He's like, I placed this face down.
But while I think of what tennis form of Mechagodzilla looks like, what about Natalie?
Natalie is gonna open up with she's going to try to use so what I want to do is I want to use Heart of the Cards even though I have deck points. Can I do that?
I'm trying to think if I will allow that.
Because I mean, like,
you could sort of,
or at least tell me another way to get shuffle points. Because that's my strategy to get shuffle points.
gotcha. Okay, the way to
If you get 10 plus on, I got a. No, I summoned a bunny. I didn't get a shot.
Okay.
It's on the second page.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, and it still uses Biz. Perfect.
Yep, still uses Biz. I think there's another move that gives you expose will give you shuffle points if you try to investigate your opponent's strategy and you get 12 plus. But that's with Genius.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna play let's see, Owl Librarian, Archivist of the Forest, and it allows me to draw extra cards.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use Fetch to get Shuffle Point.
Gotcha. Basically, the way it works is that on a 7 plus, you'll choose either a buddy card or a shuffle point, and then if you roll 10 plus, you get an additional shuffle point regardless of your first choice.
Okay. Can I use my thing to re-roll?
What? Like push yourself? You mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you have one.
I got
if you have
5.
it.
Well, I
Okay,
got
yeah.
7, I guess, technically.
Okay.
I'd rather try for a better roll, though.
I won't stop you. It's up to
Okay.
you though.
I'm gonna do
Yep. Re-roll one of your die.
I might get 2 shuffle points. It's exactly the same roll. Fuck off. I
Aw,
got 7.
damn.
Okay.
At least
so,
it wasn't a failure.
Yeah, right?
And then you're gonna take the shuffle point.
Yes, please.
All
Yeah,
right.
I put it into my hand, and I'm like, the strategy just might work. Like, in my
Strategy's
head.
starting to form. And that means you do have a. All right. And then.
So, I think
yeah,
that.
and that oh.
I don't think I've done with my turn though. So I'm going to say that Mechagodzilla tennis form is more like let's just say tennis Godzilla, where you see the form of this like mechanical like dinosaur creature, but it's all covered in like the felt of a tennis ball.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it actually
yeah.
has it actually has a lot of like a bouncy kind of like like movement on the ground.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just like so distracted in my head trying to think of play on words for this creature, but
Yeah,
I totally see it. I totally
I
see
couldn't
it
come up with
in my
anything.
head.
One more thing I'd like to add to this creature, if I may, June. I don't want to headcanon the urine creation, but
No, you're good.
since it's tennis form, Mechagodzilla's finger missiles are instead tennis balls.
Oh, of course.
I'm just imagining Tennis Godzilla's head spinning.
Then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just burn Ronaldo's field down with these tennis balls. Just try to I think that I can like try to shatter those or like take out those flowers, right?
Yeah. How? It's games working against other games. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna burn with Mechagodzilla, so it's a free no deck point cost.
And +1.
Is there like a it's a +1 as well?
Yeah, for
So-
the ability card.
That's an 8.
All right. Which means
So as spells and abilities cause collateral damage, the attack drains your resources. I'm gonna leave myself unprotected.
all right. Yeah, that's fair. Because I don't think you would have. Since you were already cheating, I don't think you had any traps ready. That makes sense. All
Yeah.
right. So yeah, I think basically that goes how I imagine since it is tennis balls now pelting the field, instead of it just being like straight up like burned down, it's just like watching someone's. It's like watching a garden getting messed up by kids with baseballs, where just like all these plants are getting pummeled over and over again. And I think even like some of the organizers who are watching are like, those are real flowers. Those are, geez, that's gonna, we're gonna have to tear all that out and replace that. But just like all these flowers are just getting pelted and like patted down to the dirt. And Ronaldo just like does like a snort, and he's like, it's no matter. I've already summoned what I need to with them. And then,
Oh yeah, let's see what I can do.
all right. So then, let me think of. I guess I will go to Tiffany's turn first. And I think what's gonna happen is because Natalie's been trying to get her good strategy up with these shuffle points, I think unfortunately the Squirrel Knight has been left vulnerable, and the Sightseeing Orc goes in for a little picture montage surrounding the Squirrel Knight, and then after several of these attacks, the Squirrel Knight disappears into a flash of light as photography absorbs them.
You can just take my buddy card.
Tiffany's
I
like,
think-
my Sightseeing Orc has added your monster to their scrapbook.
Wait, give me back my Squirrel Knight!
What were you gonna say, June?
I was gonna say that I mean you could have attacked, like you don't need to just do one thing per turn, but it's like just generally like one attack per turn and other
Yeah,
moves
that's
you
what
can
I
do.
think so too. If
Allowed to attack?
Yeah, you could have attacked, I think.
actually,
Oh.
or well, I was thinking because you fetched. Yeah, that's right. Fetch
Yep.
doesn't take up your move for the turn. I forgot about that.
Oh, but it does use a deck point, right?
It does use a deck point, but it won't. You can
Okay.
just like use it once per turn. You can make another dual move after that. So yeah, scratch that. Sorry about that.
Okay, cool. No,
You can
not
do another move.
totally fine. Let's see. I'm going to use. Sorry. What's the word for that? Beaver Carpenter, constructor of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to build a dam to protect my Squirrel Knight. I'm going to do. So aggro has a thing where you can defend with it. So I'm guessing I'm using that move.
Or I wonder if it almost. I think it'd be more of like a right into my trap situation.
Okay.
So what we could do is, you could like say like, oh, I placed this card face down, and then when Orc Tourist goes in to try and scrapbook your Squirrel Knight, you say like, not so fast, my Beaver Carpenter is gonna construct a dam to block your attack.
Okay, sounds good to me. And that's Gen, right? Which is my worst
Yes.
stat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
I was hoping to use aggro, but that's fine. Okay, that's 7.
Okay.
Wait, -1 though, it's 6.
Oh.
Fuck. So I failed that.
You're
You know-
able to use your shuffle points.
I'm
if you
saving
want.
those for
You
something
could.
important.
I will
That's
say, part of me sort of wants to say because you used that push on that last one just to get more points. Part of me sort of wants to just give you that one back. Is that too cheating-y of me?
I mean, I don't mind, but it's up to you.
Because I feel like because that one's just getting the same result is sort of whatever. I'll say if you want to choose to instead use your push on this one because
Okay,
there
I'll
is
do
something
that,
more
yeah.
noticeable to be gained, I'll let you use it on this one.
I'll do that, yeah. Fuck yeah! So now it's a 9.
Hell yeah!
I rolled a 6. I used my pink die, which is my lucky die, to do that.
We also
It's in
have
my-
the option of people helping from the stands if they want,
I guess that's true.
but it's I mean, a 7 to 9 is also really good for this. So
Yeah, because that'll mean you successfully interrupt the attack.
But if you get a 10, you can also get a shuffle point.
If you had 10 plus, you could also, or well, you could just choose to gain a shuffle point instead of blocking the attack if you want to let your
Are
knight
you
go.
all hearing Cassie talk?
I actually have not heard.
no, I
Cassie
haven't
talk,
heard her.
no.
Yeah, it's
In a
weird 'cause
while.
She's lighting up.
Oh,
but-
my microphone, I
there
guess, turned off. Okay.
I was just
so-
like, okay, Cassie's chilling. That's fair. She can
Yeah.
she can chill if she wants.
Sorry.
No,
So I
that's
didn't
all right.
like it.
I haven't said much. I thought you could only help with biz rolls.
It's only once you get down to the heart of the cards is when you can.
Oh, okay.
But that being
I
said,
misremembered.
I think if you wanna use it early, I think I'd let you because I'm way more.
I
willing
rolled a
to-
9, that's fine, right?
Okay.
I could get you up to a 10 though.
Yeah, help. I wanna see those shuffle
Okay.
points get got.
Right,
I don't
Natalie,
know. I've gotten to the point with Eidolon Shuffle where like I'm willing to say like there's flaws in the dual rules we made, so let's
Oh
Calvin
yeah,
ball it up
flaws.
again.
A lot of flaws.
Okay, what's up?
Natalie, don't forget what I taught you. Remember, protect yourself with your dam. Or something, I don't know.
With your dam.
Don't worry, Alice, I haven't forgotten. So on a 10,
Okay, I got a 13, yeah.
Okay,
Oh dang,
cool.
isn't that +2 then? Well, I guess it
No.
doesn't matter.
I think
Or-
it's
What?
just
Okay. So
It
yeah,
doesn't-
I guess I'll, because I get 2 things, right? Out of
Yeah.
10 plus, so, well, I'm gonna interrupt, I guess interrupt is defending, right?
Yeah, that
Interrupt's the
works.
front attack.
Yep.
And then I'm going to also gain 1 shuffle point.
Yeah. So I think what happens is you build the dam to block the attack and it stays there.
Hell yeah.
So like
okay.
now you have like something being built up.
Well, I have an idea for what my shuffle points are gonna do, but that's definitely part of my, defending what I have out is part of that strategy.
All right. Now I think what Ronaldo will most likely do is I'm thinking something a little boring here to keep the pressure on. I think this is gonna be like something where because I think they're gonna take the opening on your life points, and I'm trying to think of how they do that without having to go through without Tennis Godzilla, in terms of what resembles rules of card games we're playing here.
I mean, if Ronaldo's playing Magic,
Ronaldo
he
is
doesn't
playing
have to
Magic.
attack a creature. He can
Yeah.
just attack the life.
He like taps to attack life, and he has like he has some Dimir cards or something where he's like, my card's unblockable this turn, and you don't have anything in play to stop it. So I think the Viashino takes a. I have no idea how to pronounce that magic creature, the Viashino. I think that's how you say it, or Vashino. They're
I
lizard
don't know
people in Magic.
what card you're talking about.
It's a cool looking card. That's why I picked it. Let me post it in our audio visuals.
Yeah, Vyashino is probably how I'd say it.
But yeah, that gets a hit in on your life points as its multicolored spear comes in and jabs into your table, knocking life points down through some sort of math thing.
Yeah. Well,
however, life points get translated to life points.
yeah, I guess April just kind of like winces a bit and just says, well, I stopped your long-term strategy, so all I have to do is get rid of this thing, and then you're completely defenseless.
Ronaldo's like, oh, don't. I think it's like the sort of thing of like he's playing like fake scared, like, no, you wouldn't dare.
I don't think you'll ever be able to beat my Tennis Godzilla. And I'm going to, if it's okay for us to just go again.
Yeah, you can go again. Sorry.
I'm going to just go right into aggro and just have like Tennis Godzilla charge forward and like into the Vyashino and then like go for life points after that.
All right. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, roll your aggro scrap.
So that is +3. That is a 10.
All right. So, gosh, it's been so long since I've looked at
And
these.
deck points -1.
So yeah, you don't take any damage back, and you get to choose one of the following.
Yep.
Create opportunity, impress surprise, or force the attack pushes to interfere with the enemy's Eidolon.
I don't know whether his Eidolon is interfering, is it? Do I?
I guess no. You haven't picked up on any signs of it yet. You could, as a non-dual move, dredge the undertow, but that's up to you.
I'm gonna just like as Tennis Godzilla is pushing forward, I'm going to just like try to sense out if there's a like any interference going on.
Right.
Oh, that's a 11 on the dice, so yeah, heck yeah, full hit.
There's no like interference on the field now, but you can sense that like in the sense that like Ronaldo's Eidolon is very complex because it's basically just free magic. So you can sort of get the sense that he's like communing with it. Like you can feel the sense that that the Black Lotus is like cataloging something. Like it's giving off a signal, like it's thinking and communicating, but it hasn't done anything yet.
Okay, then I think that I'm gonna see what happens with that, and I'm just gonna say that they can't attack my life points for a turn, which makes sense since I'm defeating their monster on the field.
Yep. Tennis ball Godzilla absolutely. I'm trying to think of funny attacks that Mecha Godzilla does with various spinning parts of their body. Just like spinning hands, slaps the Vyashino over and over again until it's dead. And Ronaldo's field has been laid bare, and he's perusing his cards, thinking of his next turn. And now we'll jump to Natalie.
All right. Using my Archivist Owl's ability again, I'm gonna draw 2 more cards.
One more fetch.
Yeah, that's my last deck point. So, Tassy blow on him.
Well, after that, you're just gonna go full biz all the time. So
Yeah. Okay, well, that's really annoying because one dice fell off the desk.
oh,
I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, reroll that one. I got a 6 so far, so that's good.
that's good. So far, that's very good.
I got another 6.
So
So that's
yeah,
yeah. I guess I just win because that's 2 shuffle points.
that's 2 more shuffle points. So now you have 5 shuffle points, right?
Yeah, so this, like, I was really hoping you'd bring up more of a defense for this because, you know, this is such a cool move and all, but because I have all 5 members of the hero's party in my hand and on the field, I can use the hero's party card. Squirrel Knight, Guardian of the Forest. Princess Doe, Radiance of the Forest. Rogue Snake, Thief of the Forest.
Tiffany looks so shocked. She's like, "Oh my god, no! The Twerp used the power of friendship and believed in the heart of the cards to win!"
Raven, a cultist of the forest. That's 4. I need 1 more. Fuck it, the owl.
The owl was also important.
Sage of the forest.
Yeah, Sage of the Forest. And as we all know, nothing can defeat the hero's party. And then yeah, they all like attack together in this like big ass JRPG attack, and I win.
This is just a complete tangent, but do you know the game Root, right? The board game?
Yeah, I've heard of
Yes.
it. Yeah, I think I played it a bit too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've played it just once, but I just like the concept that one of the factions is just a collection of various woodland creatures who are just basically the anarchist faction who take down like the royals, the royal cats, and like the birds. Just like kind of like I don't know. I like that it's sort of like what you were describing, a collection of all the various woodland animals who aren't like part of like a royalty faction, basically, becoming like all doing anarchist stuff.
Princess Doe is a princess, so
Like
unfortunately.
Oh, I missed that part.
It's sort of like the bandit clan from Armello.
Kinda.
Given Armello is a little greedier.
I mean, my idea is definitely like this is a JRPG hero party, and like
Yeah.
like, these are the different like members of the party, and yeah, when you get all 5 of them together, they're unbeatable.
They're undefeatable, and now you just like you've won the game, but like I like to imagine this is a win condition that goes on for a bit. You take a couple turns kicking Tiffany's butt.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's just me and Ronaldo now.
Just you and Ronaldo. And okay, so as I'm gonna switch the song. Let's see. I want to hear something that's gonna fit this for me a bit more.
You got my note, right?
Oh, you sent me a note. Gotcha. I was actually gonna send you one too.
Cool.
Because now I have plans formulating.
Oh. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, yeah. So alright. So, what happens now is Ronaldo's lapel, the flower pin on his lapel, starts to sort of... It's still visibly black, but it gets this shimmer that seems to be like every color of the rainbow. Actually, you know what? I want to cut to our peanut gallery real quick. Do our observers have any parting words to say to Natalie and April in the midst of this battle? Not parting words, party words.
You mean to Natalie and Tiffany, like at the end of their battle, or?
Natalie and Tiffany, but also to April, whoever they want to give words of encouragement or however they want to do their peanut gallery speech.
Well, I guess I want to like pat Natalie on the head and be like, "You did good, kid."
Oh my god, she's ecstatic. And Pat, the fuck? From Alice?
I turned it.
So cool. Sorry, Yosef.
But Yosef turns to Natalie, is like, that was some impressive ass bullshit you pulled. That was some good shit right there. And then puts out his fist for a fist bump.
I fist bump and I'm like, turns out all the cards I like the best just have really good combinations together.
Hey, sounds lucky to me.
As you've been encouraging each other emotionally and being a very friendly and good party, Ronaldo's lapel flower has continued to grow and become more vibrant, and all of a sudden, all the squashed and bent flowers around him start to rise up again and just become increasingly more and more colorful. And he sort of starts to just like giggle to himself, and it sort of seems like the cards in his hand like just shimmer for a split second, and he's like, "Oh, isn't that funny the way luck can just turn things around?" And he plays a card that's like Act of Treason, where it's takes control of an enemy's card for a turn, gives them haste, and takes Tennis Godzilla away from April.
But he was on my side.
Well, don't worry, you'll get Tennis Godzilla back at the end of the turn. But that would require him also to still be on the field. If I used him for something else, well, I think Magic is such a more tactical game than Duel Monsters, but there's one thing I do like from that game. And Ronaldo plays onto the field Polymerization. And he reveals that the card he is fusing Tennis Godzilla with is an all-colored, indestructible, super powerful Hydra. That goes by the name of Progenitus. And it is a big card. It is like a big card with a big stat block. I'm putting it in our audio visuals now.
Oh, it's a real card?
Yeah, it's a real
Is
card.
it actually indestructible?
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Protection from everything. Fuck off, Magic.
Pretty good art. I like that. It looks very imposing.
Yeah, I like how it's like far away. Like this shit's so bad that you can only see it all at once.
Yeah,
far
that's
away
so
from
cool.
It is really cool. I do
Progenitus
really...
would be put into a graveyard from anywhere. Reveal Progenitus and shuffle it into its owner's library instead. Aww.
And now... the issue is, whenever we do tennis stuff, I really want to do an Infinite Jest reference, but the issue is I've been putting so much Infinite Jest references in Moat. But, like, the fusion of Progenitus and Tennis Godzilla would absolutely be called, like, Escanatus. Or something like that. Eschaton Hydra.
You can't... I don't know what that reference means. I don't read.
Sorry. And all of a sudden, there is this, like, uncountably infinite-headed Hydra, and every head is, like, a series of tennis balls of various different colors. And now April, just staring down at you, is just this super huge multi-headed dragon, which is also... we've had in both Duel episodes now is an invincible multi-headed dragon. And you can just, like, see all these heads staring down at you, and you can just hear the sound of tennis balls dribbling in preparation. And,
I think that she readies, she, like, has just one card on the field that is, visible, like a face-down trap card. Or, could be a spell card, who knows?
And you have Mirror Force at your side, or do you have just your tennis racket?
I have my tennis racket I have Mirror Force at the table.
Alright. Mirror Force at the table sort of starts to get, like, this sort of gray, grungy look to it. And as you're, like, looking down, Tennis Progenitus, all of a sudden, the field of flowers that was surrounding you before turns into a, like, this super huge, but also just, like, super isolating tennis court. Like, what if a tennis court was a room where you fought a Dark Souls boss?
Sure.
like if like just like you just walk through a fog door and everything, and you just feel incredibly isolated.
it's like a coliseum of tennis court.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you are looking down this foe, and you can just hear this voice in your head starting to nip at you. That's like, this is it. This is the one place you thought you could never lose, and now you're about to lose everything.
And is Tennis Progenitus going to attack?
I don't think Tennis Progenitus can attack this turn because they were just fusion
because
summons.
I said I made it so I couldn't affect my life points this turn.
Yeah, so you get to go first.
I think then, is it okay if I just have a card on me? I guess like probably I would have to fetch for a buddy card, but I'm thinking right now. I have a card in mind that I want to play.
All right, and so like you want to have a buddy card out on the field, right?
It could be a buddy card. I mean, we'll see. If you decided that way, then I could probably fetch for it. I'm gonna play Avatar of the Court.
Okay.
And when I play the card Avatar of the Court, it looks like a tennis court with like in front of in the like foreground of the card, the character that is like on the court is just an outline, like an outline of a person with like a blank like anonymous kind of like interior, like it's just an outline. And when she plays this, she's going to grab Mirror Force and step onto the field.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a buddy card. I think I can allow that, and then whatever sort of effects you want to use for it, you can roll for it.
Yeah, and I think that she's going to like point Mirror Force at this infinitely headed dragon and say, "Do your worst," and get into a ready stance.
You hear a voice like in your head, like from like I'm imagining like when you're like, well, how do you hold a tennis racket? But just like wherever you put your tennis racket, like I imagine like some way behind your head, you can just hear this voice, like sort of starting to nip at the back of your skull. That's like, you'll miss. You're going to miss. It's gonna get out of bounds. And Progenitus, each of the mouths begins to open, and like a fiery tennis ball begins to like grow in it, and it just like begins to fire this volley of multicolored tennis balls at you.
And I think that with just like she's going to, as she like backswings, like she's going to swing the racket back, and on the backswing, I think I just want the like air to like kind of blow over the card that she has face down on the field, which is Mirror Force. And
yeah.
I'm gonna roll right into my trap.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a full success. Like
Okay.
I rolled a 10 plus 0.
Woohoo!
Alright. So yeah, you get to choose two. Interrupt an opponent's attack, gain a shuffle point, attack against them, or reveal a hidden
I'm
card.
going to turn the opponent's cards again. Wait, does that make sense? I'm gonna interrupt the attack and turn the opponent's cards against them, just completely reversing this volley. So it's not just Mirror Force that I'm like going, like running back and forth around the field, like hitting as many of the tennis balls as I can that are like coming at me, and also there's a larger like barrier behind me that is like reversing the tennis balls that I'm missing.
Gotcha. Yeah, just like I'm imagining just like your tennis racket just like hitting multiple of these balls at once and just starting to like knock out like one or two heads at a time, just like returning this volley, like slowly like thinning the herd of Hydra heads. And just like, of course, totally negating any damage you would take from the attack. But as you riposte more and more of these tennis balls with Mirror Force, you can start to see like the nylon strings in Mirror Force start to look like they're like fraying, or they're like not as taut as they were before.
like they're losing their kind of mirror
Yeah,
sheen
they're
on them?
losing. Yeah, they're losing because the glassy effect. It's losing its sheen. It's becoming foggy and sort of corroded.
So, how much of the dragon is left?
I'm trying to think how to quantify it. I guess I wonder.
Honestly, because I think that we're at the point where we could just start
It could
making
be a
up bullshit.
fight. Yeah, it could be a fight at this point. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that the duel is over, but the dragon remains.
I think
Maybe?
that works. Yeah. Or it's like the duel is over, but like as long as the dragon's on the field, he counts as not being eliminated. or
Yeah,
whatever.
so like you see Ronaldo's life points reach a negative number, but he still doesn't lose.
Yeah. He's just like, everyone knows that tennis progenitus lets you not lose. As long as it's on the field. And I'm trying to think of other magic cards I could tennis up for this. I wonder, because like, I like the idea that progenitus is now down to like one head or something, but then that head changes. Someone messaged me.
Yeah, I'm interested in how this goes because I have once he does something, I definitely have a move to do.
Alright. Because there's the only other dragon, famous dragon from Magic the Gathering that comes to mind has, I think could work for this, but I'm trying to think if I could come up with a tennis pun before I reveal it. I don't necessarily think so.
Yeah, I think this is something we needed to have ready.
Yeah, I don't know tennis very well, so I don't have like, I'm like, tennis, ball, tennis everyone, volley.
Ball dragon.
I mean, I was happy with coming up with love, but
Oh yeah, love. I think, so I imagine the last head of this progenitus starts to look like the only sort of funny looking dragon guy from Magic the Gathering, Nicol
Bolas?
Yeah, Nicol Bolas.
ah, God.
And now he's wearing like a tennis uniform or something. And I think he even he has like his own racket. Like, I think he's gone like full stole your tennis vibe, and this is about to turn into like a dragon versus Eidolon wielder tennis match.
Hey, going by what you messaged me earlier, do you think that Mirror Force, like,
Yeah, I think I know what you're.
I was just gonna ask real quick. I was muted. Is there's a little gem in between the horns of Nico Bolas and his art? You said that's a tennis ball.
That's
right?
a tennis ball.
of course, obviously.
And also he has the visor on.
Oh yeah, I should probably.
Yeah, no, because now we're trying to surprise everyone else.
Yeah, you know exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, okay. Nicol Bolas doesn't have his own racket, but I think Ronaldo has noticed that you're starting to slip. That like you're doing very well, but like you're doing well in the sense that someone who is being pushed unfairly does very well. Like, you are pushing yourself to a brink because there is something beating at you that is making you overperform. And Ronaldo's like, seems like you're losing your grip on something. Seems like maybe there's a weight that you'd like me to get rid of for you.
He's just like panting, having her like with Mirror Force in front of her, both hands held, and just says, "I'm at 100%. Give me your best shot."
Nicol Bolas like reaches out his funny little dragony hand, and all of a sudden you feel like from like the grip on Mirror Force, you can feel like a single thread starting to like unwind and like float away from you. and this thread that's like unwinding the tape on the grip of Mirror Force is like reaching towards Nicole Bolas.
And I guess she's just like holding on to Mirror Force and just like struggling as it's like pulling away from her.
Yeah.
And she's trying to recall it back to her hand, just like even before it leaves, and just realize, oh, it's not listening to me.
Yeah, like all you're doing is like physically gripping Mirror Force as this thread reaches his hand and he starts to pull it, and then all of a sudden Mirror Force launches out of your hand and Nicole grabs it, and it like goes totally like spiky and jagged, and like what before was like, before in the middle there was like a cracked mirror, but now it's like a broken, like, oh, Bloody Mary just came out of this thing style mirror, broken mirror, where like the shards leave like a space in the middle. There's shards pointing in every which way direction, and it's and I think even that energy is starting to take over taking over Nicole Bolas. And I think it like Nicole Bolas actually starts to this dragon is now sort of wearing the face of a force that feels like it unnecessarily pushes you. And I don't know what that would be in April's life. I don't know if something comes to mind, if there's like a source of pressure you feel constantly, or if it is just maybe even like a visage of yourself reflected back.
I have several thoughts. Like, she's always pushing herself on the court because she, in order to win her first tournament, she ended up cheating by like hurting the opponent to like force a win like by default.
Mm-hmm. I think that's actually this will be like a flavor hit, but I immediately imagine Nicole Bolas just doing like a quick like serve slam at you with a tennis ball that like just like hits you in the leg. Like, it doesn't advance your damage track, but just like this it's like a flavor hit.
I can advance my damage track, I don't mind.
Yeah, sure. Advance your damage track from this hit, and it's just like not even Ronaldo. Bolas is like looking at you now with just like it's like, oh, what's the matter? Is it only okay when you don't play fair? No one else can take the shortcuts you do?
No. I've worked hard. If I'm playing tennis, I don't take shortcuts. I'm the best there is.
If you worked hard, you would have worked yourself to death. And you can a serve is going up in the air, and Bolas is ready to slam another tennis ball down. What do you do? And also,
I think the field is open to anyone.
Yeah,
because duel is over.
Yeah, duel is over. If anyone else wants to sort of get in to help April here, you're welcome to.
April, you gotta believe in yourself. I know you can do this.
April, show this dragon how tennis is really played.
April, what are you doing? You always neglect to shuffle for your tennis game. How dare you lose at tennis on the card game? In the card court?
I love that. That's good.
Do one of you mind throwing her tennis bag?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, no, I don't mind. Yeah.
I mind so much. I'm not gonna get up.
I imagine Yosef literally saying that, like April just being like, does anyone mind my tennis bag? And Yosef's like,
No. I want this to be like more, like she's kind of just like struggling to her feet.
Yeah, someone else has to. Yeah,
I like the idea of someone like tossing it to her.
Yeah, someone has to intervene.
I kind of like Alice doing that, actually.
Yeah, I like that last line that you gave me.
Like the tough love bit.
And April says to you, thanks. I think I can do this. But if it doesn't look like it's going well, feel free to step in.
I know you got what it takes.
And she's going to just pull out a normal old tennis racket and looks up to Nicol Bolas. Not Ronaldo. I guess Ronaldo's just like kind of a spectator at this point.
He's like, Ronaldo's sort of like, get her.
Just like.
I also like the idea that maybe he's like, yes, my magic spell is going just as I planned.
And I think that April's going to just say, there's... Whether you have my Eidolon or not, I'm still the best. And she's going to take a ready stance with just a regular tennis racket.
Mm-hmm. And alright, this serve is coming at you.
And she's going to riposte it as best as she can.
Mm-hmm.
With a full success.
Alright.
Hot dice. Jeez.
Oh.
I rolled an 11, and that's plus like all my bonuses for Ellie and stuff.
So I imagine this is like the sort of thing where like when this ball like comes down at you, it's like a meteor. There's like streaks of energy coming at it. It should destroy any regular tennis racket. But
And
as you
I think what happens is that as she like swings, the tennis racket is itself transforming into mirror force.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, as she makes this one like incredible swing to knock it out, she's going to say, she's going to look at it in her hand and say, "You might have taken something that looks like my Eidolon, but my Eidolon is right here. It's in me, and you're never going to be able to take it from me."
That's sick.
And
Yeah.
I think that this is the time that she's going to use Forge of the Heart.
Forge of the Hearts. Oh shit.
Ooh.
I just realized I gotta get something ready.
Oh, thank you, Dice, for the boxcars.
Oh hell yeah.
My dice really like anime.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's even alright, so what's
This is something that I talked with Ava about a long time ago.
a
It
long
feels like.
time ago. I have to I have to
So
make
what
sure
happens
somewhere.
is, as she's holding her her mirror force in two hands, the handle extends, and her hands separate along the handle. The head of the tennis racket starts to separate into two bits, but then stops, so that it's at the top. It has two little oval shapes going down to a single point.
Mm-hmm.
So it is the tennis racket is now a staff with a the racket the face of the racket looks like a heart.
Alright, and I'm gonna put it up on stream right now, and also put it in audio visuals. So yeah, this is the one and only Radiant Mirror Force.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think as the handle extends, mirror force the
Oh shit. I love
yeah
it.
the name mirror force along the side turns into radiant mirror force.
And yeah, and I also imagine as this ball is being like reflected back, it is very much like the anime thing of like you hit it, but it like stays in your racket and you're still fighting against it for like a solid 30 seconds. And you're like being like pushed back, like there's like lines in the ground being drawn as your feet are pushed back from the force, and like the strings / glass of your racket is like being pushed back as it's holding this infinitely spinning ball.
Yeah, and so as radiant mirror force forms and the racket expands, you see like on the side of the racket a little meter kind of light up, where it's like it goes like from the bottom, from like the middle of the staff, it like rises. There's like parts of the racket that light up as it goes up to the top, and it looks like at the top it just like almost dings. You could imagine where it's just like it's full, and then manages to fully swing her arms and knock the tennis ball back.
And I think where it goes is it goes right between Bolus's horns, and it like it like shatters the tennis ball that was hovering between their horns, and it just like totally like shatters like the tennis ball was made of glass, and Bola starts to like fall backwards like it was just like shot with a sniper rifle through the head, and just like it starts to like fade away into the shadowy energy, and you can see the previous form of Mirror Force like clatter to the ground, and it's not like gone yet, but it sort of looks like it's like sizzling, like it's slowly like evaporating back into some sort of weird fundamental energy.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Ronaldo's sitting at the table, and he looks like he's gonna give you a little bit of time, but he's sort of grinning, like he doesn't, like he's sort of like gritting his teeth, but he still sort of has like a devious smirk on his face.
And April points Radiant Mirror Force at him and says, "It's your move, unless you're just done."
No, I lost fair and square. Just make sure, you know, when you beat Primrose, don't just savor the reward for me.
That's it. You set up this whole like secret society. You like are plotting to destroy the world, and you're just gonna give up?
April, I believe in you. I'm sure you can go far. In fact, we at the Left Hand have a little gift for you. And he like snaps his fingers, and like another. I guess we'll get to Tiffany with her card offering in a second, because we're in a serious spot. Actually, you know what? We still have Mirror Force on the ground, sort of sizzling. I want to deal with that first, and then we're gonna have a conversation with Ronaldo, because you can still, like, Mirror Force is still like a part of your soul as it's sort of like crumbling away.
I assumed that when you said it was fizzling, it was like in the process of just being gone by the time I would have walked up to it, but
it'll still be there, and it's like you can sort of still hear like you can still hear a desperate plea emanating from it in your mind. Like,
I think that
why you try so hard. It's gonna consume you just like it consumed me. We're the same.
She walks up to it. She doesn't recall it with like Eidolon power or anything. She walks up to it and picks it up. I heard a voice, right?
Yeah, you hear this voice. Like, I guess I wonder if it speaks or if it's more just in your mind. I think it does speak. I think it is something that anyone who can sense an Eidolon could pick up on. It is talking to you.
And she's gonna, I guess she'll say, are you someone I know? Who are you?
I'm a part of you. I'm just the part of you that always wanted to win. And today you did win. I don't know why I feel so unhappy.
I guess it just wasn't the one we wanted. There'll be other competitions, and she's going to bring it back to her tennis bag and place this old Mirror Force alongside the rest of her rackets.
It's sort of like, I really like the idea of like it doesn't like disappear, but it turns into sort of like, it just looks like a normal but sort of old beat up racket. And it still has like the old like Force logo on it.
Cool. I guess she'll just say like, whatever happened to you out there, you're still part of me.
I think, oh darn it, I had a cool line and I forgot it. Where it's like, oh yeah, if I lost today, does that mean that we're not strong enough?
I don't know what it means. It would mean if I'm trying to put together like a. I don't really know what it would mean for there to be a force so powerful that it can stop an unstoppable force. I don't really have. I don't really know what else I can say to old Mirror Force.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think I guess like the thing you sort of feel is just like it echoes this sort of sense of insecurity that like victory is what makes you feel safe in that sense, and you get the sense that like it wanted to win very badly, that it went up against you and it lost. It feels confidence in you now, this part of you, but now it feels like this part of you, by the part of you that wanted to win all the time, has taken a pretty bad defeat. And it like is sort of crumbling in on itself in the sense of like, am I the feeling that's not necessary? Am I what was the only thing holding us back?
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
I think that there definitely would have been a little more to think about if April had actually lost. But the dice said no.
No, the dice didn't say no. And like, luckily, this, I think we can leave it as like there's like a fragment of this sort of of your phantom with you that you can reconcile with later.
Yeah.
But it seems hurt but content for now. And now we have now we can deal with Ronaldo and Tiffany. Natalie, Tiffany comes up to you with her deck, and it's sizzling hot, and she's like, "All right, kid, do your best up there. It seems like you got some tough competition here."
Thanks. It was a good match.
It was great. I hadn't seen anything like that in a long time.
I guess I take the card that I win. I'll just take whatever card's at the top of her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of if there's like a, because I do sort of like the idea of you getting a tour guide from the Underworld style card, but that's her Eidolon, so she can't give you that exact one. So I'm gonna see if there's like a retrain for it.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Oh, there's a tour bus from the Underworld.
Well, I was thinking, well, cause like my cards are all like of the forest thing, so maybe it's like I don't know, like Songbird, tour guide of the forest or something like that. Like...
Bird watcher guide of the deep woods, something. Or maybe it's like a witch of the Black Forest. Maybe just literally that. Yeah. But yeah, she's like, good luck. I'm gonna stick with this punts here.
Why? Why do you work with him?
Well, you know, I got other interests. I don't gotta explain everything to you, but like, listen, when stuff starts going here soon, I'd rather be on this side. April. Ronaldo like snaps his fingers to get like somebody's attention nearby, and a left-hand society member comes up to you with a briefcase that is like glowing white hot and is clearly hurting the guy who's handling it. But he just like opens up this briefcase, and it is Seto Kaiba style, filled with a whole bunch of cards, seemingly every single one from a different card game.
It's a huge briefcase.
Yeah. And Ronaldo's like, since I've unfortunately been disqualified from the tournaments, this little investment of mine won't do me much good, so you can have this for you and your friends in place of my one card from my deck.
She was about to pick out one of the cards in the briefcase, so wait, the whole thing?
Yeah, it is yours. Consider this my second greatest gift to you, besides the power I've instilled in you, of course.
No, dude, just take Progenitus.
Is there a Progenitus in there?
Not that you can see. The only Progenitus is in his deck, it seems. But there's a lot of there's some Zatch Bell cards in there. There's some Metabots cards.
Fuck yeah, Zatch Bell.
There's some Legend of the Five Rings. There's some it's just whatever card game you could possibly think of. There's some cards in there.
I kind of. I wonder what is going to upset him more if I decide to refuse and just take Progenitus. Do you think that would upset him?
I guess you could investigate. Would that be what that is for that? I'm trying to think. That's more like.
I'm gonna. I do kind of want to know what's up.
Yeah, that'd be investigate.
Cool. I'll try. Unfortunately, my Jin is 0, so like
someone could assist you on this too. If
yeah,
someone
just
wants
like
to assist.
she's just like looking between him and this briefcase right now. Unfortunately, like leaving someone like the person holding it burning.
They're
guess,
like, their
I-
face is just like contorting.
I could try and help with Duchy Undertow.
No, it's fine. I got a 7 flat.
Okay. So you get to ask one question. What's hidden here? What happened here recently? I'm trying to think of which one of those is most Progenitus-y.
What's hidden here?
What's hidden here?
Like, I guess intentions, maybe.
Yeah, hidden intentions. Ronaldo would really, really like it if you took the briefcase and sort of didn't even consider the possibility you wouldn't take it.
April's going to look to, actually, she knows that if she looked at Yosef, Yosef would say take it because he'd want to sell stuff. So, like, first she looks to Yosef, who probably has dollar signs in his eyes.
Yeah, Joseph has his 2 big thumbs up at April right now.
She then looks at Alice.
Well, there's no real reason to like take Progenitus.
I know, but I also just want to like, I want to get under Ronaldo's skin.
Yeah, I think Alice would also want you to just take Progenitus.
So she's going to refuse the cards. Refuse the briefcase and say, no, I think I'll like to take from your deck.
It's just like you get the sense of like if this was like a cartoon show, you would have heard the sound of like a wine glass shattering as Ronaldo just like gives you like a big vacant smile, like, yes, as the rules state, that's totally fine. You don't need to take the suitcase. Here's my deck.
Is there anything in his deck that looks like looks different from the rest?
There's some cards in here that look really old. There's some cards in here that look like they would be older than the concept of trading card games here. Like, some sort of stuff here that looks like... This looks like it was made before Taro was even a thing, maybe?
Wait a minute. Wasn't there something about a rules card at some point?
There is a rules card that only Anastasia Eclipse has. Or, well, she has the original. She sold a duplicate to Primrose.
Right. I was trying to think of, like, what is, like, a card that is related to this overall plot that Ronaldo might have in his deck?
Ronaldo definitely has stuff here that looks like... You straight up, like, take a card and you're like, wait, this one's a stone. This one's a stone tablet. And it has, like, just, like, complex little pictograms on it. It would take some time to decipher, but it seems like it has ancient knowledges.
I'm gonna take the, like, weirdest, oldest card that he has that looks like it could be related to this, to the, like, stuff that Anastasia told us about.
Yeah, I think you get a card that looks like a copper plate with like cuneiform punched into it. And Ronaldo is absolutely like gripping the table he's sitting at as hard as he can, just like, that's fine. Oh, as long as the burning stops, it's fine.
She realizes that she's been hurting him, and like, and gives him the deck back after taking this card.
Alright, yes, thank you. We'll be cheering you on in the semifinals. Let's just hope that the matches don't get in the way of your little friendship thing you have going on here. It's such a nice thing, we'd really hate to see it ruined.
Don't hit yourself in the door on the way out.
I shan't! And he gets up and he starts to, like, walk away.
She's gonna take this, like, weird card back to the rest of the group and just like, oh, God, what a loser.
Yeah, that's why he lost.
What do you think this is? And she just, like, hands them, like, a copper plate. Like a copper-plated card, I guess.
Does anyone want to do an investigate again? Or maybe a dredge the undertow, even? I think we could work here. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know anything. I got a 3.
Oh,
Plus 2,
no.
5, but
Incredible.
wow, I usually do pretty good, but yeah.
When you pull a mental blank on that, all of a sudden, Yosef, you detect the presence of a goat at your side once more, and in your mind you hear a deep, gruff voice begin to speak to you. These texts are even older than I. Translating them will be beyond difficult. However, I know from my own personal studies that there are those on this island who can decipher them. They are characters of great deceit and capriciousness.
So I turn to the group, or Yosef turns to the group and says, so, the goat says that the copper thing is way older than he is, and that he can't translate it, but there's some, like, liars on the island who can do that for us.
We all can see the goat, right?
Everyone can see the goat, but
we just can't hear it.
No one can hear it, except for Yosef.
I guess that copper is older than a goat.
And
like the writing or whatever. I turn to the goat and I ask it how old it is.
This plate could be nearly 10 millennia old. But
I'm
not like an antiquarian or anything.
So the goat says that I guess the plate is like 10,000 years old or something, give or take. I think you're not supposed to ask a goat how old it is. I think they might find that rude. I'm sorry, goat.
The goat headbutts you a couple times. Just like
I think
in the
that's
thigh.
goat for. I think that's goat for okay, or I'll never forgive you. And I'm taking your soul early. I don't know. Oh yeah, the goat owns my soul now, by the way.
What?
So,
What?
yeah.
That's a problem.
Oh, that's
No,
why-
well, I mean, for the goat.
Congrats.
That's-
The goat, you hear in your mind, Yosef, the goat speaks to you. Congratulations. Only one mortal at a time can have this honor.
Oh, everybody. I won a major award for beating Cassili. I guess the goat can only, like, be best friends with one mortal at a time. I'm mortal.
Don't call
And
us
I'm the only one that's friends with the goat.
Don't tell these people we're friends.
Well, what are you gonna tell him something different, buddy? Huh? You gonna tell him something else?
The
You got a
goat
different
shuts
story to
up.
tell him?
The goat doesn't respond. The goat eats some grass.
Aren't
Well,
you a little concerned that he has your soul?
Look, don't. Okay, I kind of turn into everybody, and like I put my hand in the direction of the goat, so it's harder for him to make out what I'm saying. But I say, my soul is like the equivalent of junk food. I think I'll be okay.
I guess goats will eat anything.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Okay, well this is a problem for future Yosef. I'm now Yosef, so nothing to worry about.
All right. Is there anything? I guess like the thing. What I'm thinking for our sort of little ending scene here is the four of you walk up to the gate. Elvire Nadosh comes up behind you and is like, "Well, this is possibly the most fortuitous outcome we could have. As long as you four stick together and don't do anything rash, I believe we should get through this finals without any sort of catastrophic consequence. I'll stay by you to advise, of course, to make sure no one goes haywire."
I'm still
Yay.
worried. I'm still worried that Ronaldo seemed like he wasn't bothered by losing. Like, there's...
He thinks he's already won when it comes to their ultimate goal.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Like,
That's
if...
disconcerting.
Does he have something planned for the end of the tournament? Whether
Oh, he's gonna
he
blow
won or
us all
lost? Like, also, he gave us our Eidolons, right? Like, does he want us to get to the end of the tournament with our Eidolon?
Maybe it all
Yeah, is it
for an Eidolon user to win.
Yeah, maybe there's some like fucked up ceremony involved with an Eidolon that can only be completed on winning the tournament. The tournament, not the tournament. Jesus.
Too bad that Tiffany was so tight-lipped.
Tight-lipped Tiff. Curse her.
That was her nickname on the streets.
That's why she got to be so high ranked in the Left Hand Society.
she never.
She's not a snitch.
Yeah, I'm very worried.
Yeah, whenever y'all are ready, you can walk through the gleaming, shining doors of Castle Primrose, and that'll be like where we fade out on this episode.
Alright, well, I guess whatever comes, we'll just have to react to it and hope things work out, because I don't...
Yep.
And with that, we walk into the not the pearly gates, but you know.
We walk into the doors open, the light kind of surrounds us and fades out the camera.
Or, okay, maybe instead of fading out the camera, but like what they would do in the Pokemon anime, where at the end they fade into like a watercolor version of the scene.
Oh, I like that too.
That does work, yeah.
Yeah.
Will our heroes prevail in the Grand Shuffle Tournament? Find out on the next episode of Eidolon Shuffle.
Executive producer Roger Slifer.
Thanks for letting me be super self-indulgent.
That
It
was
worked.
sick.
It worked out.
That was so good.
It would make sense to just do that because I was like, oh yeah, we do have that Phantom Clock, and I was like considering saving it, but I was like, since one of the duels went really fast, we could probably fit that in with this other thing we were planning. to do.
Like mine went real fast because I got really.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. Like,
Yeah,
I like
there's
you using the
Zodia
shuffle
in
points.
Like Emily or Natalie, you're doing was over before I even realized it started.
Yeah,
Like
but
5 minutes.
I
It was
just-
amazing.
I mean, I wanted to go for it because I just felt like, well, Biz is her best stat, and you can get shuffle points using
It
Biz
makes
ability,
sense.
So.
Yeah.
And also, I think that's basically what Ava's intention was with shuffle points, was just like, oh, if you're a Yu-Gi-Moto and you have a high biz, you can just win all outright
Yeah.
with shuffle points.
Just BS stuff. Also, Tiffany's strategy ended up being not very aggressive, so, usually I think the trade-off would be that your life points would get pummeled while doing it.
Yeah,
But just, that didn't really happen too much, especially because we were a little more generous about letting
Yeah.
people block attacks.
I kind of wanted April to get beat up a little bit more, but the dice just were not
Yeah, the dice worked out alright. I was sort of hoping that,
I I rolled an 11 on the die, and then for that riposte, and then I rolled a 12. God.
But it still ended up looking cool.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for putting the art up on screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That seriously looks so cool. That's a wicked. That's not a tennis racket. That's like a great tennis racket.
Greater tennis racket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2H tennis racket.
A Zwei racket.
Zwei racketer. Zwei racketen. There's another piece of art I also did for it. I'm trying to find.
Yeah, for the covering for her like profile pic, basically.
Oh yeah, which I should update to be that one. That one's at like a more casual, like at third angle, so it doesn't show off the racket.
It doesn't
quite as
emphasize
much,
the racket as much, yeah.
but it is still good. Where did I put that fucking thing? 'Cause it should be. Did I save this Radiant Mirror Force or? Now I'm just like looking through my big folder of Photoshop drawings. Oh, and I also have just like the art of it on its own. There it is. Oh yeah, it's under your name. That's what it was.
Oh right, yeah, the commission, yeah.
Yeah, because I usually do commission file names.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the concept art I did of just the weapon again.
I still have my like shitty concept art.
I don't know if I remember what that looked like.
I'll drop it in audio visuals just for the sake of it.
There it is. Oh yeah, I do remember that now.
That's cute. Oh, that looks really cool. Yeah. That one.
I do like drawing weapons. It's like my specialty.
Ooh. Sorry, I just saw your full rendition of Mirror Force, and it's cool. I like it.
Effects on the broken mirror look really good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm really happy with it, which is, I mean, it was so long ago that I was just so excited to get to it. I'm really glad that Ava was happy to indulge me here.
I think the way I did it was, I just remember, like, I think what I did was I just, like, made another layer where I, like, drew a whole bunch of lines and erased them at low opacity, and then just, like, selected various areas to fill in so it looked sort of random and broken.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
I think it looks really cool, too.
I'm gonna go lie down, but this is really fun. And
Yeah,
I
hell
was
yeah.
kind of nervous because I was like, oh god, I gotta do a card game. It turned out pretty good. So
And you just won right away.
yeah.
That's the good shit.
I also
Thanks.
love the little detail I did of having April's hoodie be heart dipped. Like you can sort of see that it's like has like a dip in the middle where it goes down.
Yeah, so the heart comes around. Like, I didn't actually notice that until just now. That's really cool. Like, I knew it was like, oh, this is a like really open hoodie. That's, but yeah, I didn't even consider that.
I just like that the hood where it like comes up from the shoulders over the head. I like a loose hood.
Mm.
This music I have on right now is super repetitive. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for playing, and thank you to those who watched. And this will be up on YouTube at some point as well. Thank you to those who watched, and we are obviously we are approaching the shuffle finale at some point. Who knows when that'll actually be? But I'm hoping next episode will be like penultimate episode, or at least close to that, and then we'll be near the finale.
What if we just decide, hey, we're not going to fight each other. We're just going to go for the all go for the
you could
victory
do that.
ones.
You know what? You very much could do that. You that is totally game for me.
We can just strike.
Yeah. Card player strike.
Like, I think that it would, unless we really want to like duel each other, I think that it would be cool to just go straight to the finale.
Or you could sort of just even like agree amongst yourselves if you don't want to duel each other. Maybe you could just like write friend
Okay.
duels. Just
I
like
actually gotta bounce
decide.
now. Sorry.
Okay.
Night.
Yeah, no
Have a
problem.
good night.
So much fun.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here in a second. I'm just trying to get in my full as close to 2 hours as I can for my Twitch ad, whatever.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
if anyone wants to re-up your subs or do those noises or cheers, I'm very close to a Twitch payout, and that would be a big help. But yeah, obviously no obligation. Oh my god, I have so many pictures of bears on this thing in Streamlabs for the one time we had Fabi on. And of course, obviously, for anyone who might be wondering, once Eidolon Shuffle reaches its conclusion, I very much would like to play some more RPGs at whatever time we get the chance to.
Same. 100%. Because it's really fun.
Aw, the 3D GIF. Thank you for the sub, June.
No problem.
Now you get all the cool emotes. Oh, and also, yeah, obviously, everyone watching at home, check out motecomic.tumblr.com, because that is now